Welcome to Matucci's at Home, Cooking with Corey. This week we're going to be doing something fun, more on the line of a peasant's meal, what they would have made. That's where it originated from. So first course we're going to be doing a minestrone soup. Second course we're going to be doing chicken cacciatori. And for dessert we're going to have a crinkled brownie cookie. Alright, first thing we want to do is preheat your oven to 375, and then we're going to get a saute pan. Get it on medium-high heat. Going to add our olive oil to the pan. Make sure it's nice and coated. Raise it up to high heat now. And we are going to take our chicken thighs that have been salt and peppered. And always want to be careful when you add that in so you don't splatter yourself. It is very hot. Now you get a little fire going, just cover it, put that out real quick. That's just from the excess moisture in here, and it's such a hot pan, but nothing to worry about. Let's cover that again real quick, put that out. We're gonna sear both sides for about 4 to 5 minutes until it's been about 4 to 5 minutes. We're going to flip our chicken thighs now. You see it's starting to get that nice caramelization, crispy on the skin. We're going to continue for another 4 to 5 minutes on the other side, and then from there we're going to reserve and build our sauce. It's been 5 minutes. We reserve the chicken to the side using the same pan. Turn down your heat to medium. We're going to start with the onion. I'm going to saute this for about 20-30 seconds. There should be enough oil in your pan left behind to make this an easy process. You can see all that love in the bottom. It's going to be a nice flavor when we deglaze our pan. Next we are going to add our carrots. And this is going to be about 15 seconds. Just start loosening it up. At this point I'm going to add a little more salt and pepper. And then now we're going to add our mushrooms and our red bell pepper. Get that nice and mixed. We're going to saute this for about a minute just to where it's... Alright, it's been a minute. We're going to add our garlic. That in there, nice and mixed up. This is going to cook for about 15 seconds just to release the aromas and the oils out of the garlic, flavor everything. From here, I'm going to turn up the heat just slightly. I'm going to slide back the veggies, and we're going to add our tomato paste. Slid back the veggies to add my tomato paste so I can get it nice and brown, toasted. I want to cook that paste a little bit before we incorporate it with everything else. It doesn't take long. As you can see, it's sticking to the bottom of the pan, which is okay, but that just means that it's bringing out that richness of the flavor. From here, we're going to mix it all together. And now we're going to turn the heat all the way up. Give it about 10 seconds, and then we're going to add the red wine. You can see it nice and hot. It's going to get a nice reduction on that. It's going to release all the flavor from the bottom. You can see all that's pulling up into the sauce. And get a nice richness to it. At this point, we are going to add in our seasoning, which is parsley, oregano, thyme, chili flake, and fresh basil. And incorporate that in. Let it go for about 20 seconds, and then we're going to add our tomatoes, and then we'll put our chicken back in, and it'll go into the oven at 375 for 30 to 40 minutes covered. And then we'll pull it out and add our black olives to the dish and put it back in for 10 minutes uncovered. All right, so now we're gonna add our crushed tomato, and we have our San Marzano tomatoes. And break those up a little bit. Add that in. And I'll mix that up. All right, time for our chicken to go back in. And this sauce is going to reduce down in the oven and get nice and thick. And I'll put a little bit on top for the chicken. Yep, from here, cover it with foil into the oven, like I said, for about 30 to 40 minutes. And then pull it out. Check your temperature, make sure it's at 165 or coming off the bone, and then we'll add the olives for another 10 minutes. All right, while the chicken thighs are in the oven, you get the creamy polenta started. I already have it in my pan, so you're just gonna wanna bring it to 165 degrees. I would recommend to do it on a medium-low heat, just so you don't scorch it. And for our soup, the minestrone, I already have it in a pan too. Very simple. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes to reheat on a medium-low, so you don't overcook it. And the makeup of this is tomato paste, tomato, onion. We got green beans, butternut squash. We have zucchini and yellow squash, carrot, onion, celery, garlic, bay leaf, oregano, and lots of love. There's also cannellini beans in there. And on the side, we have orzo pasta for you that you add in at the very end. You're gonna leave it on the side just so it doesn't turn to mush for you.